What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. So today we're gonna be talking about how to recognize fake friends, because we all have some. We've all cut some off. Like, nobody's solid, not everybody's your real friend. I'm gonna be giving you 4 tips on how to recognize which ones are your fake friends. By the way, I need my nails done. I was thinking about trying what's it called, press-ons. I want to try them. They're gonna be way cheaper, and like I can pop them off and they don't be hurting my fingers, because I've been going through a lot with acrylic. But yeah, I have my hair braided too. It's in a ponytail right now because I don't feel like having it down. But yeah, don't forget to subscribe and let's get right into the video. All right, y'all, so I have this notebook here because I wrote down the notes because I know I'm gonna forget if I didn't write it down. So number 1, this one's the obvious one. If they're your real friend, I'm gonna just say it like that. If they're your real friend, which if they're not real, then they're fake, so we get it. Anyway, so if they're your real friend, then they'll be supporting you, period. Okay, whether you have a business, like you're selling something. Now, support does not come with you spending money. Like, if they're supporting your stuff by sharing it, shouting it out, recommending it to a friend, or even buying it, obviously, then you know they're supporting you. If they're not posting your stuff, they're not buying your stuff, they're not doing nothing, then they're not supporting you. Obviously, they do not want to see you shine. They do not want to see your business grow. They don't want to see none of that. They want you to be on the same level as them, which is BS. Also, I seen this picture that said, how is your little business going? They're basically belittling you, because you know what, just because it's little don't mean it can't be successful, period, point blank. But yeah, if they're talking about little business, then obviously they just want you to stay little. When you start to have your own business, when you start to have your own YouTube channel, you kind of realize who's really like supporting you and who's really not, you know. People can say all day like, oh, I'm gonna support you, this and that, but when it comes down to it, you'll really see who's gonna support you, and it's not everybody that says that. So, second thing, if they're hitting you up only when it's beneficial to them, then they are fake, bro. Like, I've had friends like this, and I'm just like, you're hitting me up because you need something, but other than that, when I need you, you're just nowhere to be found, period. So if that's the case, like, then no, because we're not finna be dealing with that in 2019. I could see, like, if somebody is hitting you up and you know, you guys talk on a consistent basis, and so like maybe the next week, like you guys haven't talked in like maybe like a week, but you guys still are consistently at talking, and they're talking about, oh, can I borrow $50, like I have this and that to do, then yeah, of course, like I would let my friend borrow. But if it's like we haven't talked for like 5-6 months and you want to come to me asking me for some money, you're just gonna hit me up because you need something. Other than that, you're not even trying to be my friend. No, not good enough for me. No. So third thing is when they're talking behind your back. Like, bro, it's 2019, I'm out of high school, and females still do this stuff. Like, no, what the heck? Like, let's be grown adults. Why do you have to talk behind my back? And then on top of that, if they're telling your business, and like, for example, like if you said like, oh, I'm having problems with my boyfriend, and you're telling like the problems, you're going in depth, but they turn around and tell this other person, and then the other person comes back to you and be like, oh, I'm sorry you're having these problems, this and that. Like, who told you that? Nobody. No, like, I did not want that to be broadcasted and for everybody to know. Like, no. If somebody's telling your business, then they're not your friend. They're not solid, they're not real, they're not none of that. So get on with that, because if you can't keep your mouth shut and we're supposed to be real friends, we're supposed to be real solid, then no. We're on to the third one, which is when people don't make time for you. If they're your real friend, then they'll make time for you. They work like 40 hours a week, a 9 to 5. Okay, they can hang out with you on the weekends. Like, it can even be like, oh, let's go out to lunch or something, or oh, let's go to the movies, or let's go to the park, let's go for a walk. Like, anything matters, you know? So if somebody's gonna sit up and be like, oh, I don't got time, I got this to do, I got that to do, I got this to do, that's even like in a relationship. Like if a guy likes you but's gonna be sitting up saying like, oh, I got basketball practice, oh, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I gotta do that, then obviously I do not matter. Okay, all right, you make time for stuff that you want and stuff that you and people that you value, period. So if that person is talking about they're busy all the time and they can't hang out with you, then no. Now I could see if somebody's like going through something and they'll be like, oh, this is a bad time, but okay, let's hang out in a couple weeks. Okay, you know, that's compromising. Okay, but if you're always talking about you don't got time, like, no, people make time for stuff that they want or people that they value, period. And on top of that, they're really not solid when you see them hanging out with all these other people, but when it comes to you, they talking about, oh no, I don't have time to hang out, I don't have time to do that. I see you on Snapchat hanging out with all these other people. Yeah, get out of here. No, 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 you're not solid. Okay, so also with that, I would also say if you gotta hit them up in order to hang out, sis, no, they're not your friend. I've had that situation where it's like I always gotta hit them up and that stuff gets tiring. Okay, I'm talking about let's hang out. Oh no, it is a two-way street. Okay, it's not one way. Therefore, if you always gotta hit up somebody to hang out with them, then no, they are not your friend. They're not real friend. They obviously do not want to hang out with you. Last thing I want to say, there's probably more things about this, but I mean, these are like the 5 that I came up. 5, I said 4, but 5. This kind of goes along the lines with already what I've been talking about, but I want to say if they hang out with people that talk about you. Now this is kind of tricky. Let's say like I'm friend with friend number 1. I'm not gonna use names. So I'm friends with friend number 1. Me and her are really solid. We always be hanging out and doing stuff, whatever. But then friend number 2, like me and friend number 2 got in a fight. Me and friend number 2 don't like each other. We just like always been bumping heads. And then all of a sudden friend number 1 and friend number 2 become friends. And I'm just like, but me and friend number 1 were all this stuff. I get this stuff in like, I hate that. Don't you hate about lipstick when you get the cuss and like you get on the anyways. Yeah, so friend number 1 and friend number 2 become friends when they weren't friends before, and friend number 1 knows all the stuff that I went through with friend number 2 and she just becomes friends with them. Like, no, they're really not your friend, because at the end of the day, like, friend number 2 is gonna sit up. If friend number 2s know that you're solid with friend number 1, then they're gonna sit up and talk stuff about you and do all this other stuff. And no, we don't got time for fake friends in 2019, sis. So you better weed them out, okay? Take people out your circle, because not everybody's solid. I think also I want to say another thing is when people talk, so like if friend number 1, like I'm really solid with her, this and that, whatever, and you know, like we're cool with friend number 2. This is a different situation. So we're cool with friend number 2, but then friend number 1 wants to talk to me and talk stuff about me and this and that, but then be all giggly and funny with her. Like, it's kind of the same with what I was saying before, but it's like you're sitting up talking stuff about friend number 2, but then you go and hang out with her. Man, yeah, that's all the tips that I came up with, just because I've been through a lot of stuff with friends, and that's why I kind of keep my circle small. I keep my circle small just because, you know, people will cross on you, people will do you janky when they see that you're, you know, trying to live your best life, you're positive, you're flourishing, you're doing all this stuff to live your best life. They're gonna try to tear you down, break you down, and that's why we need to keep our circle small and only keep the real friends in it, because at the end of the day, they're gonna be the ones that stick up for you when you're not there and this and that. So yeah, if you guys like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Comment below if you have any situations that you're kind of iffy about you and the other person in your guys' friendship. I definitely want to know. I love giving advice to people. It may not be the perfect advice and it may not be advice that you like, but hey, I try to keep it 100. okay? But yeah, hopefully you guys like this video. Comment below if you want to see me do more videos like these, because I do like doing them. They're just fun, whatever. And yeah, so don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.